Gareth Bale bagged a hat-trick in Tottenham's 4-0 victory against Sheffield United in the Premier League on Sunday, and today we're going to be looking at the numbers that suggest he's been a lot more beneficial to Spurs than some people might suggest. Before we do get into that, if you are new to the channel and you want more content like this, plus daily updates on Tottenham's managerial pursuit, plus the Tottenham Fan Voice podcast and Tottenham watch-alongs, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss a thing. Now look, let's dive straight into this. The time that Gareth Bale has spent at Spurs this year has been an absolute roller coaster. There's been ups, there's been high ups, and there's been very, very low lows. And I think one of the main things that people have been upset about is his kind of general attitude, his general kind of persona, his feeling towards the game, which is something that we saw throughout his time at Real Madrid. But I think watching from afar, we saw we could see the comedic side of it, and we found it quite funny. But with some comments he's made in the press this year, who I personally overreacted to, and I think as more time passes, we can kind of see exactly what he was trying to say. But what I want to look at is his performance on the pitch, and the numbers for Gareth Bale suggest he has been a whole lot better for Spurs than he might get credit for. And we're going to look at 6 different stats today that kind of back that up. And yes, there are going to be stats that would suggest things to the contrary, but we're going to look at the good ones for today. And I want to get your opinion as well. First of all, put down in the comments if you do want Bale to stay beyond the end of the season. And then at the end of the video, if you have changed your mind, let me know down in the comments below as well. And the first stat I want to look at, a fairly simple stat, is Tottenham's top scorers in the Premier League this season. Now, it's no surprise to anybody the top 2 that is there. I'd say the top 3 isn't much of a surprise either. We've Harry Kane out in front there on 21 goals, the leading goal scorer in the Premier League. At the time of recording, of course, Mohamed Salah on 20 does have a game in hand, but top scorer in the league as it stands is Harry Kane. Heung-min Son, after an incredible start to the season, is quite high up there as well with 16 goals in the league this season. And there is Gareth Bale on 9. Now, of course, 33% of those goals did come in Sunday's game against Sheffield United, but a very good return nonetheless for a player who hasn't really gotten on the pitch too much. I think he's played something like 730 minutes in the league this season, and that goal per minute is a very, very interesting stat that we will be looking at a little bit later in the video. Gareth Bale compared to the rest of the Premier League, and goal contributions as well is something that Bale has been very accurate with, or very successful with at Spurs this season. And goal and assists per 90 minutes in the Premier League for Spurs, Gareth Bale is way out in front there with 1.37 goal contributions per 90 in the Premier League. Of course, as we said, about 730 minutes. Kane and Son there in second and third, as you'd expect, and Lucas Moura and Serge Aurier are coming in third and fourth. It's not the only time you'd see the 2 of them cropping up. Now, they're just the simple raw stats. You can. I think stats like that can kind of be manipulated in whatever way you want. You can put that in and say Heung-min Son only 0.85 goal contributions per 90. I think those are things that you can kind of twist to look whatever way you do want to do. What I wanted to look at is the effectiveness of Gareth Bale's goal for Spurs, and this is something that did actually take me by surprise, and it's the number of match-winning goals this season. Heung-min Son has scored 6 match-winning goals for Spurs. Gareth Bale in second with 4, and Harry Kane with 3. So this stat would suggest that Gareth Bale's goals, some of them have been more important than Harry Kane's. Of course, look, I'm not going to sit here and say Bale is more important to Spurs than Harry Kane, because we all know that's not true. But he scored when it matters. 4 of his 9 Premier League goals have been match-winning goals, which are huge, and that is 8 points straight away. Now, other players could have scored those goals. Again, there are arguments to all of these stats, but second highest number of match-winning goals for Spurs this season, I think, is very, very impressive, and it's something that I think he wouldn't quite get the credit for, because people on the outside, especially looking at him as making these comments in the press, falling out with Jose Mourinho, not getting as much game time. But I think the people who watch him when he does get on that pitch for Spurs, especially in the last 3 or 4 months, I don't think will be as taken aback by these stats and how impressive they actually are. Now, one stat that you're hearing a lot about this season, more so than ever, is expected goals. And I know there are 2 camps in this one: the people who are completely for it, or the people who are completely against it. And one thing that Bale has impressed with this season, another thing he has impressed with, is expected goal difference. And he ranks in second for Spurs with expected goal difference. He scored 9. His expected goals are only 3.9, so suggesting he's very, very clinical there. Heung-min Son coming in at in first with 6.4 expected goal difference, so he scored 6.4 goals more than he would have been expected to. And I think that's just testament to the quality and the standard of goal that Heung-min Son scores. And that is especially impressive when I bring up the next stat with regards to how many big chances Son has actually missed. Kane in there in third with 2.7. He's expected to score, I think it's 18.3, and he scored 21 this season. And Ndombele and Moura coming in fourth and fifth. Now, as we were saying there, big chances missed among the front 4 for Spurs this season. A lot missed there by Heung-min Son and Harry Kane, which I do think is just simply down to the amount of times they get into those goal scoring positions, they are among the best in the world at that. So they're bound to have these extra chances missed. But I do think come hand in hand with the more goals they have scored. Gareth Bale only missed one big chance this season, and I'm pretty sure that would be the one against West Ham on his debut when he got past a few players and managed to put one wide. Lucas Moura coming in there with one, and Dele Alli missed two big chances this season as well. So there's no denying within Spurs he ranks. I'd say he's the best of the rest with Spurs, according to these stats. Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, I'm always going to put as the best two, no matter what stats I find that may suggest something that Gareth Bale is in that mix. He's certainly not, but he's not been as far away as people might think he has been this season. He's definitely the best of the rest, and he's definitely a very important asset to this Spurs side. Now, this next stat is Premier League in the Premier League minutes per goal among every player in the league, and you'd expect Harry Kane to be up there. You'd expect Mohamed Salah. You'd expect Jamie Vardy or Clay Iheanacho the season he's had. Now, Iheanacho is there, Kane is there, but the player with the best minutes per goal ratio in the Premier League this season, by a long shot, is Gareth Bale. He's averaged a goal every 80.8 minutes. Look, I doubt he was first before that game against Sheffield United on Sunday, but he's first now, registering just under 28 minutes ahead of Jesse Lingard. Some surprise names there, maybe Jesse Lingard coming in with a goal every 108.2 minutes, Iheanacho 115.6, Diogo Jota had a fantastic start to his time at Liverpool with a goal every 119.9 minutes, and then there's Harry Kane in fifth, just below 130 minutes per goal. But Gareth Bale right in on top there with the best minutes per goal ratio in the league this season. I haven't been able to find the raw numbers of it, but I do believe he's the best in terms of goal contributions per night or minutes per goal contribution in the league as well this season, because he has 11 goals and assists in the 730 minutes. So some very impressive stats there for Gareth Bale. I think the debate that we're going to have with him, as much as you can sway towards what's happening on the pitch, I think the financial reasons for Spurs will probably take priority in the decision that is made. It is believed Spurs are paying him in and around £220,000 a week. And for me, the big question is, with that money, could we use that to bring in a player, or use that to pay a player who perhaps has a more long-term future at Spurs and could be advantageous for us to have in our squad in the years to come, rather than just extending Gareth Bale's loan for 1 year and then he becomes a free agent at Real Madrid and he probably will pick up a team in China or the MLS or something like that, because with a player who's had the injury concerns that he's had, I can't imagine he has too long left at the top level. But I was definitely shocked when I saw these stats, this one especially, the minutes per goal. I knew it was a good return, but I couldn't believe that it was that good. It was the best in the Premier League by a huge margin as well. But look, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on these stats. If you have any other stats that agree with this, if you have stats that disagree with this, let me know down below. Let me know your opinions on Bale. If you think he'll stay at Spurs, if you want him to stay at Spurs, and just anything you have to add to the situation, make sure to put it down in the comments below. Hit a like on this video as well if you have enjoyed it. And like I said, if you are new to the channel and you want more of these videos plus managerial updates, the Tottenham Fan Voice podcast and Tottenham Watch Alongs, please do make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And as always, thanks for watching.